was.
All right, cheers indeed. That sounds pretty cool. Okay, so quick little recap for y'all. So you all departed the grandfather tree, reboarding the cultist airship, and you began to head towards your next destination, Morgar's Mound. You explored the excavation site and overcame a puzzle which allowed you to find the fire giant relic and a large giant's tooth. Once you took the tooth out of the excavation site, however, two thunder beasts rose and began to attack you. You all defeated the thunder beasts soundly and returned to your airship where the cultists praised you as they were watching from above. Asmodus, and Victor all gaining an apprentice and the appreciation of the crew. You have two relics left to find, the Stone and Cloud, and you departed for your next location, an area known as the One Stone. Okay. So we're gonna open up as you guys are. It's a new morning. On top of the flight deck of your cult airship here. The sailors are mulling about doing their daily duties and responding to other tasks you set upon them before. Okay.
Okay.
Let me change up the music, and the scene's on you guys. You guys let me know when you're ready to proceed towards the One Stone here. Okay.
I'm gonna hop in on this music.
Yes, sir.
Yes, sir. That's wonderful.
A little seagoing stuff going.
Absolutely. Sea shanties for days. All right.
Okay. Yeah, so what do you guys do? You see Brassic, Tralt, Laz, Delphine, all of them kind of going about their daily business.
I'm gonna come back to Bracek and see if he's still holding his hammer out like I've told him to.
Gotcha. So you instructed him to hold that hammer out that entire day, all right? And you see him beginning to sweat bullets. There's just like a pool of sweat all over the deck. And he seems to be maintaining his concentration. What do you say as he's intensely focused?
I walk up and just inspect him, watch him, see how he's holding it, see how he's doing. Am I allowed to see if he's like, if his body's shaking or if he's like genuinely struggling?
I'm doing just fine there.
Go ahead and roll either like I'm going to roll an investigation or a medicine check, either or.
I'm a proficient investigation, so I'm gonna do that.
Whichever you want to do.
14 for investigation.
A 14 for investigation. Sweet. So you're keeping your eye on Brassic, and he's shaking like a leaf. But you can tell by the determined look on his face that he's not willing to give up. But he has held it throughout the night. Probably taken a couple of breaks here and there, but there's tons of sweat on the deck.
I look at him and nod. I kind of do a half nod and I say, "All right, take a breather for about 5-10 minutes. We'll start your actual exercises."
Gotcha, Victor. Well, how about yourself? You see Laz approaching you with like a little device that he kind of created of himself, something relatively mundane, with like wooden gears in lieu of metal.
I'll just inspect to see, what his work is.
Gotcha. And as you pick up this device, like those bright eyes kind of look up at you as he says, "Well, Victor, what do you think? I spent all night in trying to get this thing to work. I made a little horse here that will have its legs begin to move if you wind it at the top here." Right. Go ahead and make like either like a straight intelligence check or like an investigation as you're kind of examining Laz's device, how you will. Brassic drops his maul. There's like a loud thud onto the deck. Ooh, nice for a 29. Loud thud on the deck as he places his maul. And you just see him kind of collapse on the ground, breathing heavily there. You, Victor, with that 29, able to make out that there's some deficiencies noted. And as you begin to like wind it up, like one of the legs becomes stuck in the little device Laz just made.
I go to point out, what's wrong with it and show him, a quick fix for it.
Yeah, certainly. Here, I've got my tinker's tools with me now. Do you have time to do it now?
Sure.
Yeah, gotcha. Go ahead and roll another, just a straight intelligence check to add advantage because of the tinker's tools. S. Brassic kind of like swigs down some water there before standing back up as he says,
Okay, I'm ready to go. It seems like Laz and Victor over there are having a good time tinkering with whatever, but I'm ready to train. What drills do you want to run us through?
I got a question for you first.
Well, if it's about my deep voice, it's because I got punched in the throat as a child.
I appreciate the sense of humor, but that's not the question.
Oh,
How many breaks
okay.
did you take? How many breaks did you take last night?
let me do a secret roll. Okay. He looks at you as he says,
I took about 3 breaks, but none longer than 5 minutes, I swear.
go ahead and roll an insight check for me, S.
Okay.
And you, Victor, you watch S and Brassic have this conversation as you bust out your tinker's tools, and you're able to point out exactly what was wrong with his contraction. And Laz's face just kind of lights up. That youthful, boyish figure, kind of completely engrossed in what you're teaching him right now. Nice for a 13. I'll tell you what you have, S, in just a second here.
Fair enough.
Laz turns back to you, Victor. Kind of like reaching for this device. I'm taking it from you. As he says, how did you figure out to put magic into these things to power a lot of your spells? Could you teach me that?
Well, you always gotta learn to crawl before you can walk, and I mean, putting magic into it isn't gonna do all that much good if you don't know the basics.
Okay. So it looks like there's a lot of studying out ahead of me, huh?
Just a bit, but it's worth it.
He gives you a pretty solid head nod as he begins to examining like that little toy horse in his hand there. US with this insight of 13, you don't see any twitches in Brassic's face. His eyes are locked on with your mask. You can tell, you're fairly certain that he's probably not fibbing.
Okay. So then,
mhm.
here's how your schedule's gonna be. You and me are gonna be training for 3 days a week, and for 5 minutes a day, I want you to hold that hammer out in front of you, but instead of using both hands, only use one. See if you can last 5 minutes.
He gives you a solid head nod, acknowledging it as you begin to really annotate a workout routine for him. You both hear Delphine, that's controlling the helm of the ship, as she says,
We're close to approaching the Sky Pony Tribe's territory. Keep your eyes peeled for Pegasuses.
Fair enough.
um,
I'm gonna, as soon as that looks, or she says that, I'm just gonna turn to Brassic and we'll look at him. Go ahead and get in the ready stance. Your training begins right now, and I'm going to jump and attack him with my greatsword. Far and wide. Far and wide.
jump and attack with the great sword. Actually, let me switch to something. While I get this pulled up here, Victor, what do you do as you see S and Brassic begin to spar as he quickly picks up his maul to attempt to parry you? Go ahead and just roll to attack S. Victor, what do you do?
I'm gonna just grab Laz and kind of pull back just to make sure that, we don't get dragged into it.
Okay, I gotcha.
Oh, that's new.
Yeah, I know it's super cool at the top. You Victor pull Laz towards the side of the ship there. Are you watching the bout or doing anything else?
Uh, yeah, I'll just watch the bout.
You'll just watch the bout for a little bit. Okay,
Yeah.
I gotcha. Go ahead and make a roll to attack. Sweet, what's a 16 there? Not. Let's see if he is able to dodge out of the way of it. And it's just gonna do a contested dexterity check, which he has a +1 to, and whatnot. So let's do a d20. It's you. And that's an 11, or rather a 12, right? So US managed to catch Brassic with like the broad end of your great axe there, kind of knocking him off balance for a bit. He tries to quickly spin around and come at you with his maul on the tail end. So he's got a +3 to hit. That's going to be for a 14, which, how do you parry?
I simply, just to show him a difference in strength, he's going to swing the maul. I'm literally just going to reach up and grab the base of the maul and just stop it mid-motion and just stare at him.
Gotcha. You stop it mid-motion, like the clink of your gauntlet against like the end of this maul. As Delphine
Pops up. Hey, Brassic. I know you guys are training and all, but don't injure that furnace there. If that fire elemental gets out, it'll be big trouble for all of us. This whole thing will go down.
Don't worry. He's in good hands.
Okay. Victor, you see S and Brassic continue to go at it. Laz seems to be still tinkering with this thing, trying to figure out a way to incorporate some of inherent magical ability that he might have into this thing. And once again, once you guys are ready to kind of proceed a little bit, let's go roll perception checks.
Sure.
Yeah, everybody, go and roll perception checks. I'm going to say, like, you, Victor, continue to train up Laz on what you can, and you, S, and Brassic are going back and forth here. So it's a 5 for S.
I'm too focused on the fight.
Yeah, too focused on the fact you guys are just going back and forth, a parry of expert blows. You, Victor, are keeping your eye on the sky, heeding Delsophine's warning here. So, Victor, what you're able to see first, is looks like freaking Alex is here.
Hey, yo.
Yeah, sweet. Alex came right in. He's just right now.
I'm currently still at work. I'm rolling roll. Yeah, I'm just rolling roll.
Okay, I gotcha. Are you going to be actively participating or like kind of listening in the background?
As much as I can, yes.
Okay,
as much as I can, yes. Just put me next to either Victor or S for like backup.
Okay, gotcha. Are you opening up maps on your phone at all, or are you just in like Discord and listening?
I'm just in Discord listening right now.
Okay, gotcha. But you're playing through your app. All right, so that's no worries. We can still run with all of that. Okay, so with a perception of... Oh, hold on. Let me... I'll tell you what you guys see. So you do see something, Victor. And Asmodeus.
Is it that thing with the thing that does the thing?
Yeah, it's a thing with the thing that does the thing.
Oh man, not that thing.
So you, Victor, and Asmodeus, kind of approaching from the front of the ship. You see a small glint of an enlarging figures of flying horses with beautiful white wings. On the back of these creatures ride warriors, or what looks like warriors, each with spears in hand, one sticking out more than the others. Right? They're probably about like 100 or so feet out from in front of the ship.
Oh, goody.
Do I notice at this point, or am I still too focused on the fight?
Well, Victor, Asmodeus, you guys got the information. What do? You see S and Brax just going back and forth in a flurry of blows.
Guys, we got company.
Okay, as you say that, Victor, Delphine pipes up.
He's just like, there they are. Those are the ones of the Sky Pony tribe. Normally they don't attack right away from what I've heard, but perhaps they're looking to have words with us for encroaching on their territory.
I take this moment to tell Brasic to call it off for now and figure out what the fuck's going on.
Sweet. As you say that, he's going to use this momentary pause to try to get one last strike to kind of try to get you off guard, thinking that it's some type of trick. Go ahead and roll a athletics or acrobatics, your choice, to see how fast you're able to react versus his flat d20 roll here. Or d20 plus 3. Ooh, that's going to be a high roll of a... Oh, so he manages to kind of catch you in the side with the flat end of his maul before he kind of lets out a chuckle as he says,
Yes, after so long, I finally got one. I finally got a hit in. Yes.
So, can I, like, have one of those enemy moments where if it hits me, but, like, I just sit there and I just,
Sure can.
I'm just gonna turn and be like, if you actually hit me, I would be hurting. Try again.
Ouch.
Sweet. And anything else you guys do as you see like these Pegasuses continuing to approach all of you? They're probably about like 50 feet or so out in front of the ship here, about to be within talking range.
Oh man, they be pretty looking.
They are pretty, they are very pretty horses.
All right, so do I notice Siegfried is the one I'm assuming that stands out?
Yeah, Siegfried is the one that stands out right now amongst the
Oh
group.
my God, see it nuts.
Yeah, they're still flying towards you. This is kind of time to prepare if you want to prepare anything. So I'll go around the group here, starting with you first, S. Anything that you do or tell the crew to do?
My first instinct is, I'm gonna instantly look at, well, not really look at anybody per se, but I'm just gonna kind of say out loud and be like, I don't expect a positive result out of this. You might want to get ready.
Who knows? Maybe they're friendly.
Unlikely. I don't like the look of that one up there, as I point to Siegfried. Something's off about him. I don't trust it. I kind of back up until when I look at the Zalthia, I'm like, get everybody downstairs now.
Zalthia looks at you, S, and gives a pretty solid head nod, acknowledging the impending danger. As she begins to motion for Trout Brassic and the others to head down. Anything else that you, Victor, do, as Modus you do, as you see all this happening? Josephine seems to be staying there at the head of the the back of the ship. There, she's staying at the helm. Victor.
I'm gonna go ahead and pop my guardian turret.
Okay, gotcha.
I would like to go ahead and cast Mage Armor on myself.
Gotcha. Protector, Eldritch Cannon. Boop. So you pop up your Eldritch Cannon, and you as Modus cast Mage Armor on yourself. Perfect. As the rest of the crew,
yeah, and I'm gonna be
heads
behind.
downstairs.
So on the map, if you could put me like either behind where S is or behind where Victor is, I'm fine with either or. It's just like I would like to be behind somebody so I can cast spells behind them.
I actually have an idea about that.
Real quick, before we do that, I just want to clarify. Do we have a long rest after our last session?
Yeah. You guys need to take a long rest if you haven't already.
Oh shit.
Okay.
Yeah. All right, I'm good. Actually, thank you for that, Victor. I appreciate that.
Yeah, no problem.
But no, so hear me out here. I'm thinking all three of us stand in front of the furnace and with our preps all ready to go, and we hear out what Siegfried has to say, but at the same time we want him to, like, let's see if we can intimidate our way through this, or at least talk about it, because
Alright.
I don't like that look of that Siegfried. Something about it it doesn't add up for me.
Okay. Before that, though, I want to go ahead and roll the Guardian Cannon.
Oh, okay. Gotcha. Sweet.
So-
So go ahead and roll and
185.
explain to the group what this actually looks like in your mind's eye. Because the tribal warriors and Siegfried will also be able to see this from how close they are.
Okay, it's going to be 8 points. And it's just going to let off like a blue aura that just kind of makes everyone glow like a little bit for a second before receding.
Okay, gotcha. And as this temporary hit points kind of coats everybody there, Delphine pipes up as she says,
Oh wait, where's
Now, be careful how you talk to these warriors here. They're very prideful, much like you all.
Let
Right.
me do the talking then.
Sweet.
I know all of it.
Moments later, the flapping of wings come about you as the tribal warriors each kind of take a flank onto the airship here. You all positioning yourselves as you will. Siegfried here is flying over like the front ballista. As a booming voice comes out as he says,
You all have entered the territory of the Sky Pony tribe. What is your business for encroaching upon our territory through our skies?
I'm going to take a couple steps forward and bring out my battle axe, not to put in a fighting stance, but I'm going to hold it downward and kind of like in a hiltward stance in front of me. So the blade is on the ground, and I'm holding the butt of the axe. And I'm just gonna hold it in front of me, place it down, and look at Siegfried and say, "We are simple travelers going to the One Stone. We have no business with you specifically. Let us pass, and we will do nothing to you or anyone in your territory."
The One Stone is a sacred site of the Sky Pony tribe. It's not often that outsiders are allowed to visit there. Why have you come? Do you have ties to the Sky Pony tribe? Do you have ancestors that was once a part of this tribe?
So, real quick, DM. So, do I remember the dragon or the one? Was it the dragon, the fire name that we're working for?
the Klauth. Like that's the ones
yeah,
that
the
your
people who
dragon
are-
cultists are associated with, yeah. Or
Is
the
Cluth-
the one that cursed you, or rather, you suspect it contributed to your stuff.
These guys are on the ship with us.
The ones on the ships. Okay, that's the red dragon. Right?
Yeah. Do we know
the-
his name?
Yeah, you do. It is Klauth.
Klauth. Okay. Now I know how to word this. I respond simply and flatly, making sure not to show any type of intimidation, but just kind of flatlining it is. We have been sent by Kuluth to collect relics of great importance, and I'm sure you know who I'm talking about.
As you say his name, as you say the dragon's name, you watch as the other tribal warriors begin to tighten their hands on their spears. All right.
You speak of an ancient red dragon, one that has rampaged the north for many years, claiming this to be his own domain. You claim to work for him. What says the rest of your party? Or are you trying to bribe your way through here?
As he looks at you, Victor, and you, Asmodus.
I'm just gonna tell him that we're working with him to stop the current war between the giants. that's tearing, the world apart.
Gotcha. And Asmodus, anything that you say? Or anything to add on?
Oh, I would just add on to what Thomas is, or what Victor is saying.
Gotcha.
Yeah, no, we work for the good guys as far as I know to basically fix up the broken shit.
Cool. Let's go ahead and do either. It's going to be decided as a group. It's going to be either group intimidation or group persuasion.
I think at this point we can go as persuasion.
That's the only thing I have a plus in, so.
I have a +3 in intimidation, but because I'm looking at the AC of that motherfucker, I don't know if persuasion would be a good idea. Well, or intimidation would work.
Flash of genius for my persuasion, so it's a lot.
I'm gonna attempt it roll persuasion.
Yep, it's going to be a group check. It's going to.
I actually got a 14.
Okay. Asmodus, I need your persuasion. Victor, that would bring yours to what? 11?
11, yeah.
Okay. Oh, yeah, no worries, Alex. Whenever he gets the chance to roll that persuasion, let it rip. Okay, gotcha. Sweet. So as all of you make your cases, Siegfried replies.
My name is Siegfried of the Sky Pony tribe, and I hear your claim. But Luth is no friend of ours. It is no friend of our tribe. You have shown me no ill will. Thus, I will give you options. Turn around with this monstrosity of a device and leave our skies. Or you could face us in combat and prove your worth. But I think that you don't want to do that.
I actually look at that face and I'm going to use intimidation, and I'm going to say, if you want combat on other one, then you fight me alone.
Go ahead and roll an intimidation check for me.
Oh yeah. A 15.
Flash of
15.
genius.
For a
Flash
total of-
genius.
So it's gonna be 20 now.
Okay, sweet. Flash of genius for a 20 and whatnot.
Hey, yo.
You see a smirk cross Siegfried's face, contemplating what you just told. Before he stands up on the back of his Pegasus, that's probably hovering maybe like 10-ish feet above that ballista. Before there's a heavy thud as he kind of lands onto the deck of the ship. His horse letting out like a pretty large neigh. The other tribal warriors look a bit confused. He's carrying a pretty large spear as he brandishes it towards you, S, then you, Victor, and you, Asmodus, as he says.
One-on-one combat indeed. You seem to be a mighty warrior with that great axe that you have, but your compatriots, they look like twigs. My tribal warriors will face them and snap them like twigs. If you
lose that duel, you will let us leave and continue our business.
we
No one else
will
has to do what here.
we will escort you to the one stone if you manage to be best our warriors.
This is up to the group here. What do you guys want to do? Victor, Asmodus, S. Delphine
guys
kind of
think?
looks taken aback here. Seems pretty terrified at the situation.
So, between you two guys, I'm calling him out for a one-on-one duel because I want you guys to go down and protect everybody else.
S, you know that his thing of the other tribal warriors, like, it is going to be probably you two fighting, but those tribal warriors are going to get a piece of Victor and his modus, and you're going to have to choose somebody else to face that third one.
I guess I'm gonna have to depend on Brassic then. I'm gonna yell at Asmodus. Get Brassic up here. His first lesson starts right now.
Okay. Asmodus?
God, I hate this word on the phone.
Did I
You're
say,
fine.
did I say
It's
first
so
lesson? I meant second lesson, because his first lesson was earlier. His second lesson starts today.
Yeah, hear me?
Yep, we can hear you.
What the hell? Sorry. Oh. 1 second, guys. Let me get my shit squared away.
You're good.
Are you making your way home?
Yeah, I'm currently on the road.
Oh, okay. Yeah, no. You take your time and get home safe.
Yeah, I will be right back on here as soon as I get in and basically get relaxed. I hop on my computer.
Yeah,
Yeah,
I got
drive safe, buddy.
you. Okay, I'll just.
I will see y'all guys in a minute.
Yep,
See you,
drive
buddy.
safe. Don't rush. Drive the speed limit. Not sweet. So I'll kind of put Asmodus on a little bit of a pause. As Brassic hears his name being called, heavy footsteps in that mall coming into view. Instantly knowing the tension in the air, seeing these warriors flying and approaching the group here.
I'm gonna see Brassic and go, Lesson 2. Observe and learn. I want you to defend Victor and Asmodus. Do you understand?
So as you say that,
You said a one-on-one. What is this about teaming up? If your warriors
fine.
want to come towards our divine location, it'll be single combat. Unless you
I
break
will-
that vow.
I look at him and I respond, rest assured, our fight is ours alone. I just wanted to even the numbers between us and them, not me and you. Rest assured, this fight is mine and yours alone.
you watch as the other tribal warriors approach on their Pegasuses, one landing in front of Brassic, one landing in front of you, Victor, the last of which lands towards the back, next to Delphine of all people. You can tell from where you guys are that she's sweating bullets right now, hands very clammy onto the helm. She's obviously not meant to be a fighter.
You call off the helmsman's attacker. If that goes down, we both go down. And I think neither one of us want that.
Then bring out another warrior. Does this one speak for the group?
Who else?
Well,
can
we
I
haven't
bring up?
interrupted him yet, so obviously.
Yeah.
Who's somebody else that you call forth?
Who would damn. Actually, do we
No,
really
because
know
that would match
what,
it. That would match it, because you have, you're taking off Siegfried, Brassic has Tribal Warrior A, I've got C, and then Asmodus would have B. So
Yeah, but Asmodus is currently AFK.
Yeah, so it's basically kind of like taken out for right now.
So
I mean,
I
if
have
he
to pick somebody else.
if he comes back, he comes back. Delphine pipes up as the tribal warrior lands right next to her. There's like a little eep, almost kind of come out from her throat. As she says,
If I leave this helm, this ship will probably crash and we'll all die. I don't think I should be the one to face such a fierce warrior.
you can tell she's very hesitant, kind of eyeing you, Victor, almost pleading for help.
I look at Siegfried and we go, call him off.
Siegfried narrows his eyes at you, kind of reading between the lines of your words. Go ahead and roll either an intimidation or persuasion check. It's going to be your choice.
Nation. 16.
Okay. You watch as Siegfried approaches you as like kind of like step by step, trying to almost like get up in your face. You can smell like the sickly sweet smell of like a mead on his breath. As he says,
Oh, go ahead.
Single combat is single combat. You might be a mighty warrior. Then why not take on two of us if you want to protect that woman back there?
I'm gonna return his look and take a couple steps forward. This time, I'm prepping my axe in a more combat-like angle, and I'm gonna look at him and say, "If you want single combat, she lives."
You watch as he puts up his arm, kind of signaling the other tribal warrior back there to back down. There's like he's completely balding, gruff-looking older gentleman, like a gray beard almost. As he approaches Siegfried and kind of positions himself right next to him, you watch as Brassic and the tribal warrior in front of him are like very mean-looking scowls in front of each other. Anything else anybody would like to do before blows start flying?
Hold on a second. I want to see, what do I have in my inventory?
I really hope that wasn't too cinematic for everybody. I am so sorry.
No, you're good.
No, you see S and Siegfried are like almost like face to face, right? You can feel the tension in the air, almost it's palpable. The Pegasuses are like neighing around the airship here. And you, Victor, like catch maybe like a 25-year-old-ish tribal warrior that's all tattooed up, like spear gripped in two hands, eyeing you, then eyeing your Eldritch Cannon. We're gonna be rolling for initiative here in just a second, so let me get some stuff set up because I have to add
I knew it.
Brassic here.
I knew I had a bad feeling about this guy.
It is a...
Oh, god damn it.
Oh, actually, it's right there. Okay.
Considering the AC is kind of low, I'm not completely worried.
I just imagine my character being steady, badass looking, and I have like a moment from Sakura from Naruto where she's like looking away, but like then her like outline background is like having that freaking anime moment. I feel like I just did that to myself.
Okay. Oh, well, let me take the Pegasuses out of here for now, because they'll just be super annoying to have to keep track of.
Oh,
Actually, I've got a way better song for this, actually, since it's not really one.
got the jams.
Yeah, it's gonna be a better jam.
Oh yeah, let's hear it.
It's still all from
Excited.
Bardify, but they've got his like roll for initiative music's actually pretty fucking dope. Like this one's actually called Duel, which is pretty nice, which is pretty neat. I like it.
Ooh.
Well, as after I don't minimize it. There you go. Okay. So
All right.
let me add these tokens, and then
Excuse me.
we'll start rolling for some initiative here in just a second.
Oh boy, here we go.
Okay. Yep.
You ready, Victor?
I'm ready. Let's do it.
All right. So
Okay.
I'm facing both of these guys.
Yes, you are, as two warriors are facing you, as one warrior, you, Victor, and one in front of Brassic here, looking to uphold the honor of this sacred combat. Let's have everybody roll for initiative.
Oh boy. Let's do
I need
this.
to hide.
I got a dirty 20.
Enderell's not here. I need to hide him. Felix isn't here, so hide him. Okay. All right, a 20 and an 18. Nice. Great rolls, guys. Great rolls. 18 for Victor. 20. Let's auto roll their initiatives, and they rolled like B. Brassic rolled a 16 though, so that's pretty good. Tribal Warrior A. They all rolled 2s.
Oof.
Okay.
Oh, that's cool. You can actually.
That is
Oh,
beautiful.
That is amazing.
Oh, it's because and I messed up. I didn't add the freaking things right.
Babe.
Yeah. So you guys know
They
like the
updated
shit.
maps so now you can see whose turn it is on the top of the screen.
Yeah, it's super cool, isn't it? I fucking love it. S, your
Bring
initiative
it back.
was 20. Oh, it will. Victor's, yours was 18. There we go.
Well, that is so
Brassic rolled a
cool.
16. Siegfried had a 9. Tribal Warriors had a 2. Yeah, it's really fucking cool. I love it so much. That's why I posted it in the group chat. I was like, dude, this is gonna make like the videos look so much cooler.
That is amazing. I love it.
Okay, sweet. So there you go. So it's going to be that order: S, Victor, Brassic, Siegfried, and then the Tribal Warriors. Let me just edit up some HPs, and then we will kick this thing off. Okay.
Do it.
Okay.
So 35. Okay, gotcha. Brassic's a little bit frail, but hey, man, it's fucking combat. Let us go. Top of the order, S. It's your go with Victor on deck. Well, what do you do?
So my first instant thing I am doing, and I'm just gonna go ahead and use it. Know your enemy. I'm going to discern the immunities, resistances, and vulnerabilities of a creature within 30 feet of me, and I'm going to analyze the fuck out of Siegfried.
Okay, gotcha. So you take a look at him, and he has no resistances. He has no immunities. And what else did you get to learn? He has no resistances, no immunities,
Vulnerabilities.
and he has no vulnerabilities. So there's nothing special about him. You do see like he is wearing like a bone plate mail, and he's holding a shield and a longsword. Actually, not a spear, shield and a longsword. Okay.
Interesting. I'm going to look at Siegfried and go, the classic knight style. I like it.
Well, come at me then. Let's go!
I look at him and say, with pleasure. And I'm going to go ahead and do a great axe hit for a 26.
Nice, definitely hits. Fuck yeah.
Yeah, and for 11, I'm gonna go ahead and swing again for a natural 20.
Nice.
Nice!
Double damage.
Put him down on the
And-
first turn.
So that's
So,
20.
yeah.
Hold on. That's great fucking damage on that first fucking roll. Goddamn. Fuck yeah. All right.
I'm going to dash him.
He's
dash
bloodied.
in front of him. Yeah, I'm gonna shoulder bash him, and with my pure fucking height and size. And then while he's stunned by that, I'm going to just slash straight into the vulnerable spot in his armor.
Are you using your action surge?
Yes.
Okay. Let's go ahead and make another 2 attacks.
15 minutes.
That
Doesn't
one will
work.
miss.
And that's also gonna miss.
Ah, I
That's
hate
all.
to see it.
Real quick.
Mhm.
S, you're a fighter, right?
Yes.
He is.
Don't forget your weapon masteries.
Oh, thank you. Yes, great job. Give yourself a point of inspiration, Victor, because I also forgot. Hell
Oh,
yeah.
so
So I think you get to make another attack because of your cleave property on your great axe, and the tribal warriors within 5 feet. Yep. So once per turn, if you hit a creature with a melee attack using great axe, you can make another melee attack against a second creature within 5 feet of the first, within reach. On a hit, the second creature takes the great sword's damage without your ability modifier.
okay.
So go ahead and make a melee attack against tribal warrior B.
Okay. You said just a. Do I use my great axe hit?
Yep, you do. You just roll the hit. You just don't add your modifier, so it won't be. It'll just be a 1d12 instead of 1d12 plus 4.
Okay, so I'll do that as a custom roll.
No, you don't have to. No, you don't have to. Go ahead and roll your great axe +1 to hit.
My great axe.
Yeah, the same great axe that you always use. Go ahead and roll to hit.
Oh, how do I do that without the modifier?
No. Just roll the hit.
Okay. So it'll be a 6.
Wait, no. Like, roll to hit, like your +7 thing.
Oh.
Sweet. So a 21. Now for the damage up there, you see how it says 1d12 +4?
Yeah.
Right. It'll just be that 1d12, which would be 6. So you do 6 points of damage to Tribal Warrior B. Okay. That's what that means there, and that's good amounts of. That's still good damage there. Okay. Great job, Victor, on that reminder about masteries.
Yay!
I'm gonna return to a over the shoulder arm stance.
Okay, gotcha. Does that end your
Like
turn?
I got the axe on my shoulders, and I kind
Gotcha.
of got my hand.
Victor, you watch as S rushes charging into Siegfried, landing 2 great blows with his great axe, getting straight past his guard. Siegfried manages to deflect 2 of his blows before S comes around with a mighty swing against the tribal warrior next to Siegfried, striking him across the face, leaving a nice big gash. Victor, it's your go with Brassic on deck.
All right, I'm gonna go ahead and roll my protector cannon again.
Send it.
So it's gonna be 6 for those that didn't get it before. So that
Well, they
would
have
be
to be within how
Brassic,
many feet?
15 feet.
15 feet? Okay, cool. Yeah, so that should be everybody. So Brassic's going to accept those temporary hit points of how much?
And 6, and Delphine should be just at the edge of it.
Okay.
Oh, sweet.
All right, and then actually, give me like 2 seconds. My pizza's about to be done.
Oh, okay. I gotcha.
Can I do a little bit of dialogue with Siegfried during this moment?
Yeah, sure. Why not? Siegfried kind of
Takes a rough. Oh, that was a good one, little man. What is your name?
Until you incapacitate me, you will only call me S.
Fine then, S. S is a strong letter. Siegfried starts with an S.
This is gonna be fun. I haven't felt like this in a long time. I feel alive.
Ah, damn it! Come on.
You should join us in our drinking hall sometime. You'll feel like this every night.
I'm gonna do a persuasion on that to see if I can kind of get him to like lower his guard a little bit, but without making him realize. I kind of want to befriend him a little bit and be like,
I'm trying to influence him. Yeah, go ahead and make a persuasion check for me. Victor, are you back?
Give it another minute, because
flat
my
10?
pizza's stuck.
Okay, flat 10. Okay, I got you. Wait, your pizza's stuck?
Yeah, for some reason it's like stuck to the stone.
Oh no.
Okay, there we go. It's just a few spots.
He's like struggling with the pizza over there.
Yeah, I was worried that like the bottom would completely tear apart, but it was only a couple spots. It's good. Just gotta let it cool.
fair enough.
All right.
No worries.
So yeah, so does a flat 10 work?
I'll tell you in a little bit.
Oh shit.
All right.
It looks like Alex is back as well. You all settled? Not yet. Don't worry. He'll let us know when he's settled.
Okay. I'm back.
Okay, Victor,
All
go
right.
ahead. Asmodeus,
I'm gonna
just
go
introduce
ahead.
you to you.
And move 5 feet away from this dude.
Gotcha. He's gonna make an opportunity attack against you. Okay, so let's
Let him
Warrior
try.
C. He's gonna try to stab at you with your spear. But that's a natural 20. Let me turn the rolls to public.
Fuck.
So he does manage to catch you on the way out. As you, Victor, are gonna take 3 points of piercing damage. Wait, shit. No, sorry, that was a flat roll. Total of
I'll
7.
take the 3.
Total of
7,
7
fuck,
points.
alright.
Okay. Keep going.
Well, that's fair because I'm about to fuck him up. So now that I'm outside of range, Scorching Ray. So
let
that
it
is
fly.
3 shots. So 13 for the first one.
Nice.
Fuck, nat 1 for second one. That's bullshit. And then 28. So it's gonna be
You got 2 shots.
7,
At the 7.
8, and then
Nice. He's very, very much hurt.
let me get to my arcane. Firearm, where is it? There we go.
I think I'm square now.
And fuck 1.
And a 1. Okay.
Alright.
Damn.
And that ends my turn.
Okay, gotcha. Looks like Alex, you're back. You're back up and running.
Yeah, you know, I'm square, I believe.
Okay, cool, sweet. So let me add you back to the encounter. God damn, whoever's opening up that bag of chips loud as fuck.
My bad.
And it wasn't me this time.
It wasn't you this
I mean,
no, it
I
wasn't
mean,
you. It was
God,
I literally
God
haven't
damn.
eaten anything all. I'm sorry.
that shit was
That
loud,
was
So I
as,
aggressively
loud-
opened them. I'm not sorry.
loud as fuck, boy. Okay,
I was
as
happy it wasn't me.
Modus, I am going to have you go last in initiative order. I'll give you a quick little recap on what the hell's going on here, okay? And then I'll narrate what Victor just did. So to recap you, these warriors are from the Sky Pony tribe. The rest of the party was able to convince them to get into like this one-on-one, like honorable combat type stuff. You can tell obviously from the interactions that nobody's out to look to kill anybody unless you guys want to try to take that step towards that. And if your side wins on these one-on-one combats, then these guys will escort you to the location that you want to go to. But if you are defeated, then they're going to ask you to turn around and get out of their territory. Okay? While in the lull period of while you were kind of down in the lower decks, making sure everybody was settled, the tribal warrior that was assigned to you ended up double teaming against S after Siegfried challenged him to such of a feat. Delphine is very much scared of the situation. She's like sweating bullets, hands super clammy on there. As you come up from above the deck, that tribal warrior B that was once focused on S, eyes are glaring right at you, Asmodus, knowing he's gonna probably close the distance with you. Okay, and you're now all caught up. Let me actually add you to the combat encounter as well. Ooh, at that, just set that as 0. Oh, I wonder if it pops up. Oh no, I just click add. Yay! Remove from combat, and then add. Should've 0. Oh, you know what? Maybe I just need to do it as a 1 instead. Okay, there you go. Yeah, so they want an actual number there. All right, that's perfect. Sweet. So it's Brassick's go as he watches you launch 2 good bolts into the chest of this tribal warrior who ends up kneeling on the ground, breathing heavily in front of your Eldritch Cannon there. Brassick here is going to swing his maul at tribal warrior A, looking to connect for a 6. The tribal warrior, so he misses there. And he can only do 1 attack right now. So that ends his turn. It's the enemy's go here. Siegfried is going to kind of push up to US, and he is going to swing twice with his longsword. All right, let me make sure these things are set to public. Yeah, sweet, set to everyone. Sweet, the first strike for a 9, the second for a 23, which will slip past your guard. So US are going to take a total of 8 points of slashing damage here, okay?
Sure.
Right? So slash, you block the first one, but the second one managed to get past your guard. The tribal warrior's turn here now. As Siegfried kind of bellows to the group, this one is a fair challenge. I like this S fellow here. Then Tribal Warrior B is going to rush Asmodus, giving you an attack of opportunity if you so choose, S, because he is leaving your reach. You can also.
I'm going to do so.
Are you going to do so?
I'm gonna-
Okay, gotcha.
Yep,
Go ahead
I'm
and
going
make
to,
your attack of opportunity.
Yep. With Great Axe here. for an 18
Sweet, roll damage.
for 6 points of damage.
6 points of damage, slashing him right across the back. Blood kind of laps onto the deck of the ship there as he's bloodied. Now they're all going to make their attack. So Tribal Warrior A is going to spear attack against Brassic here for a natural 1, which misses. B is going to head over towards you, Asmodus, with a spear attack to try to get you for a 17. What's your AC right now?
14, but I think if I cast shield, it'll put
Yep,
me
it's-
well above.
Puts you right up at the 19.
Yeah,
Sweet. And then
Yeah,
Tribal Warrior C is going to close the distance with you, Victor, looking to try to spear you again for a dirty 20. Right there.
Meets it, beats it.
Okay, beats it. Okay, so the one that...
Damn.
So you, Victor, are going to take 4 points of piercing damage here. So Asmodus, you watch as all of these warriors begin charging your comrades. Brassic manages to block expertly his attack. You watch Victor get speared a little bit before the warrior pulls it back out. It is now your go with S on deck.
Oh yeah, magic missile level 4, baby.
Okay, let's send it.
So that is what, 5 darts, I believe.
Look at the
Or
spell.
is it?
Let's see.
I believe above
Felix
level
isn't
1,
here.
you just add 1 more dart. So level 2, so that's 2, 3, 4. So it's 4.
What level are you casting at?
Fourth level. So it'd be 4 darts.
Oh, 4th level? That's gonna
Yeah.
be +3, so it's 6 darts.
Oh yeah, so 6 darts. So that is, oh man, that's 3 for each of them.
Are you
If
sure
I'm
you
not
want to do
mistaken.
that?
Well, I mean, it's only a 1d4 plus 1
Wait, what are you doing?
magic missile.
Are you sure you
Are
want
you
to do
sure
that?
you want to do that?
Are you sure you want to do that?
Do you
well,
realize where
um,
he's standing?
No. So, Asmodus,
No, it
to,
would
give you,
hit
to
the-
give you a little bit more context, okay? Remember,
Oh, no.
your party agreed to a one-on-one fight.
So I
Right.
have to stick all of them on one guy. Okay.
Are you sure you want to use your magic missiles to attack everybody else?
No, I'll just level cast it 1 for the one guy in front of me.
Okay, so level 1 magic missile.
Yeah, that's just 3 darts going towards him.
Okay, gotcha. Go ahead and
So-
roll your damage. It's
This
just 1 roll.
Yeah, so 1d4 plus 1. That is 3
Sweet.
damage
So
on
3,
each
6,
of them.
9. Yep, so 9 points of damage onto Warrior B.
Yeah, I forgot
your
that we were
challenge
doing
there?
one-on-one. Yeah, I forgot that we were doing one-on-one combat. My bad, guys.
Gotcha. Your magic missiles connect one after another. The last one knocking him unconscious. Otherwise, actually, how do you do it? Are you looking to knock him unconscious or looking to try to kill
Oh yeah,
him?
no, I did like so. The last magic missile is kind of like a little ball bearing, and it just like knocks him in between the eyes and just knocks him out, just puts him to sleep.
Okay, gotcha. Does that end your turn or doing anything else?
Well, since I beat my guy, I'm just gonna sit back and relax.
Okay, gotcha. If you wanted to on future turns, if combat's still going, to use the help action to perhaps give advantage
Oh
to
yeah,
one of your
yeah, yeah.
teammates,
Oh
you
yeah,
can,
no,
okay?
for sure.
So that means S, it is your go top of the order here with Victor on deck.
I am going to go ahead and charge him again with a Great Axe attack for 23 for that hit.
Nice.
We're going to do for a nice flat, oh damn, nat 1 for 5 points of damage. And then we're going to go ahead and swing again for another 23.
Nice, dude. Good rolls. Let's go.
Oh, for 12 points of damage.
He's looking real hurt.
And then I'm going to look at him and simply say, "Come on, you're getting boring."
As he
Replies, I've got something for you right now.
right? Anything else that you're doing?
I just basically stay in stance and remain focused.
Gotcha. Love it. Victory. You watch as S lands another 2 great blows against Siegfried here, who seems to be having a very hard time holding his own. It's your go with Brassic on deck.
All right, bonus action, cannon. So let's see what everyone's getting. Come on. Ooh, max 13 temp.
So, yeah, sweet. 13 temporary. That's highly recommend replacing it if you haven't already, because that's max.
Yes, absolutely.
All right, and then I'm gonna step away. I know he's gonna attack.
Yes, he is. So, Tribal Warrior C is going to make a spear attack against you, trying to get you for a 12. Dinks right off your armor.
And I'm just gonna turn around, look him dead in the eye, and cast Firebolt.
All right, send it.
Ooh, barely made it.
Sweet. Go and roll your damage.
See it.
Fuck, so 6 plus. Let me get down here. Another 6.
Nice. And how do you do it?
I want to try to just wing him, like just, you know, put him down, but not like completely out.
Yep. Gotcha. So you kind of like your firebolt unleashes from your arcane firearm, striking his shoulder, kind of spinning him around. He lands flat on a face onto the deck, but you can obviously see that he's breathing heavily, still very much alive, but definitely down and out.
And that ends my turn.
Love it. Brassic here is going to see 2 of those tribal warriors go down. He's going to grip his maul. He says, "For my training." Whoops, that's a wrong roll. Oh, he's going to attack with his maul against this one for a 15, which hits. You're going to hear a loud crack of perhaps like a cracking of rib or a bone. So does 7 points of damage to the tribal warrior A here. Next up is going to be Siegfried here, who lets out a bellowing laugh as he says to you, S.
Now it's my turn.
And he's going to make 2 longswords attacks against you. The first is going to be a 10, misses. Second, 11, misses. Then he's going to bonus action Second Wind to heal up 4 hit points here. Not very much. Ooh. That's an attack and bonus action. Sweet. Tribal Warriors go. Here's only 1 left up. It's going to be the one in front of Brassic. He's going to make a spear attack against him for a 17, which is going to hit. He's going to take 8 points of piercing damage here, but most of it being blunted by that blue spectral energy from your Eldritch Cannon there. Tribal Warriors. So Asmodeus, you watch as the rest of these warriors seem to be throwing themselves into this battle. It's your go with S on deck.
Cool. 2 assists, said France. Let's see. I can only pick 1 target.
I'm just gonna look at you, Asmodeus.
It doesn't do any. It doesn't do any damage. That's the thing, is it does 0 damage.
What are you trying to do?
I concentrate it. Word of Misfortune cantrip.
Does it have a verbal component to it?
It has a somatic that I could use.
Where's it at?
It's verbal and somatic.
Yeah, it's verbal and somatic. So it would you'd be speaking this spell. So these guys would know that you're casting a spell.
Okay, then help action for S.
Okay, gotcha. Help out. So S, you have advantage on your next attack roll that you make there. As Asmodeus kind of like walks up behind you, is like, "You can do it," or however you choose to help him.
Yeah, no. It's literally, I'm like, while like he's just in the middle of fighting this dude, I'm just gonna pat him on the shoulder and just go, "You're doing a good job, buddy."
I'm just gonna do that anime or that Hulk scene where he just punches Thor, or punches as a Thor in that scene.
Well, S, it's
Adventure.
Asmodeus, anything else that you're doing?
I mean, that's my action, because all I have is my bonus action. My bonus action is the Starlight Step, and I don't want to waste any of my charges.
Gotcha. So S, it's your go with Victor on deck.
I'm gonna look at him and say, try and do an intimidation check to see if I can just break that little bit of guard he has.
Oh,
Any
you can tell
last-
he is. Oh, sorry. Go ahead.
Any last words?
You tell that he is intensely locked in. He's kind of in the zone here, almost like a blind fury. Your words aren't connecting with him right now.
Fair enough. And I'm just gonna go ahead and swing.
Remember, you're attacking with advantage on the first one because of the help
shit, that's
action.
right. Yeah, let me try that again then. Here we go. A 17.
There it is. Okay, cool.
Damn.
Now it shows up. I gotta refresh my red
Sure.
page.
My first roll was better than my fucking other roll.
Yeah, that's true.
That's
roll-
rough.
Go and roll your damage there.
Hang on, I'm refreshing the page real quick so I can see what's going on. Okay, you said roll for damage. Got it. For 16.
Nice. Give me a second here. I had to refresh my my maps page.
I did too.
All right, for 16 points of damage. Sweet. Fuck yeah, that's
Yep.
how much he had left. How do you do it?
So I'm going to just kind of just charge him a little bit and make him think he can just blindly attack me. And as I'm running, I'm gonna look at him and just say into his face, the second lesson in the art of war: observe and learn. And as he swings to think he can blindly hit me, I phase to the side and uppercut and hit him right in the chin with the butt of my axe, knocking his ass out.
Sweet. Love it. He falls over unconscious. Anything else that you do?
I simply look at at Brassic, and I look at him and say, "I hope you were observing and learning."
You hear a grunt back as he's locked like spear and maul. Anything else that you do?
I just watched and kind of sit on the sidelines to make sure that the tribal warrior doesn't do anything crazy.
Gotcha. Victor, it's your go. Brassic on deck.
Just gonna come over here and just pop my guardian cannon again. Wait, has Brazic taken any damage since the last time?
Your temporary hit points are still persistent, but he did take a hit. But it's not into
Okay.
his actual HP. It's still his temp HP, taking the hits.
Okay. Let me go ahead and roll again to see if 9 is higher than what he already has.
Yep, he's going to take the 9.
All right. And then considering this is all supposed to be one-on-one, I'm just going to stand back.
You can use the help action to give him advantage on his next attack.
Okay.
If you don't have to, it's just an option here since you haven't used your action yet.
Well, I didn't want to do anything that would intercede in the whole 1v1 thing that we were doing.
No worries. As long as you're not actively attacking another one, like jumping somebody, you're safe. Like
Okay,
somebody
then-
else, you targeting him with a spell or targeting him with an effect would cause everything else to be like, hey, that's not a one-on-one. You know?
Yeah, then I'll go ahead and give him the help action.
All right, you use the help action. Do have to be within 5 feet, so you're just kind of get up behind him, kind of giving him
Yeah,
pointers there. Brassic's go here, love it. As he's going to swing with his maul at advantage, thanks to the help from Victor, for a 22 to hit. Another sounding crack as the tribal warriors become bloodied. It is now the tribal warrior's go who's going to try to return the favor, kind of coughing up blood, try to use the spear to attack him, but Brassic just knocks it out of the way there. As Modus, it's your go. You see them going back and forth. What do you do? Tribal warrior A is on his last legs here.
Yeah, I know. Asmodeus would like to just basically get where Victor is and just get behind Brazics, just like cheerleader style, just like, let's go Brazics, and just like start spelling out his name.
Okay, so another help action. Love it.
Yep.
All right, S, it's your go with Victor on deck.
I watch Brassic as he as he does, been as I'm watching his moves and noticing real quickly that he is indeed learning quickly. He's taking some of my own stances in his fight, and I
I've got this one, S. I'll make you proud.
Call me impressed. You learn pretty quickly. Now kick his ass.
Okay, well there he already has advantage on his stuff, so that was a great role play there, S. Victor, it's your go.
I'll just give him the help action again. And, well, let me also go ahead and...
See if you can give him a little extra
Roll.
temp HP. We get higher than
Yeah.
9.
Yep. Oh, 13.
No, he'll take the 13 over the 9. Okay, perfect. Sweet. Brassic's go over here. He's going to attack at advantage once again at that tribal warrior for a 19 to hit, slamming into his chest. You watch as the tribal warrior his air leaves his lungs as he spits out a tooth before this tribal warrior gets sent back like 5 feet, landing on the deck with a loud thud at the feet of S and Siegfried there. All right. All go silent except for the soft stirs and moans from the barbarians that you all knocked out. Siegfried's
I'm gonna give.
Mhm.
I want real quick. I just want to give Brassic a nod of approval and be like, "Well, I'll be damned."
He breathes heavily before turning to you all as he says,
I definitely think I was the right one to come up here to face one of these guys. I don't think anybody else would have made it. Somebody should check up on Delphine. She seems to be a bit rattled.
I'm gonna quickly walk to Brassic and kind of flick him in the back of the head. Lesson number 3: always be humble in war.
"Sure."
Asmodeus is gonna approach Delphine and go, "Are you okay, ma'am?"
Gotcha. Delphine kind of pipes up there as you still see that she's pretty clammy from all the action that just happened, and she says,
Well, after watching you guys take down those thunder beasts and now taking down these barbarians, you all are very much formidable. And I'm glad you're on our side.
We've been getting that pretty a lot lately, haven't we?
Yep. Just about everybody that we've run into, made friends of and or made enemies of. They were like, "Man, we wish we were on your side."
Well, these ones here, you seem to have convinced them that you're worthy of heading to this place. Perhaps now travel will be much easier going forward. I think we're only about a day's journey away from our destination.
Yeah, but to be nice, I'm gonna go downstairs and help cook so these guys can wake up to a halfway decent meal. We feed them and we send them on their way.
"Ooh,
I
love
say
it."
we give the barbarians back to their beasts. It's only fair that they wake up on their rides.
Asmodeus is gonna
You see the
go
Pegasus
downstairs
is
and help
still. You see the Pegasus still kind of like circling the ship, kind of neighing. Obviously staying within range of their masters there. But they don't seem to be approaching the ship at all. Kind of very wary of your presence.
As a form of like an attempt to reason with Pegasus A, since I know that's Siegfried's, I'm going to pick up Siegfried, and I'm going to walk towards the deck, and kind of stand in a posture of like, "Hey, here's your master."
Go ahead and make an animal handling check for me. Asmodeus, go ahead and make a medicine check for me as you work to prepare a meal. As you
30-20.
tell, nice 30-20. As you tell everybody the events that happen up on the upper deck. Victor, what do you do as you see Brassic kind of tending to the wounds of the other tribal warriors there?
That's not horrible.
14 on the medicine, got it.
I will go ahead and cure wounds on each one of them.
Okay, gotcha. So Brassic goes through as you watch S pick up Siegfried to approach one of his Pegasuses. Brassic manages to create like a little miniature triage area as you go through and you cast Cure Wounds. What does this look like?
Just me putting my hand over there and like a golden aura, just like being cast on them real quick.
Gotcha. And within moments, their wounds that they sustain, those broken ribs that Brassic once instilled, all seems to close up. You watch at the front of the ship there as US approach the Pegasus, with Siegfried, who seems to be stirring a bit more. And the Pegasus kind of neighs before landing on top of the deck, kind of clicking its little hooves against the deck as if in anticipation of something.
I'm going to politely walk to the Pegasus, and I'm going to place Siegfried on the Pegasus's back and back off slowly.
Gotcha. And as you place Siegfried on the back of the Pegasus, he begins to stir a little bit more, kind of waking up from his unconscious state. Kind of spits out like a spat of blood that hits the deck there, eyeing you and giving you a very solid head nod. He turns to look at his other warriors, who seem to be coming to him, watching you go through Victor, healing them each. You could tell that there's a sense of very, very profound respect for the thing that you just did. You, Asmodeus, managed to finish throughout all of this, whipping up a pretty quick meal, something nutritious to get these guys back on their feet.
Also, I would like to mention that, like, Asmodeus, just out of kindness of us, like, with each meal, there's, like, an apple for each one of the Pegasus, like, with the meal, just so the Pegasus can have a snack as well.
Oh, they all, like, come in as the one on Siegfried starts to kind of fly a little bit after taking one of your apples. These Pegasus look very much inclined to take a bite of these apples.
No, Asmodeus is, like, apple for you, and apple for you. Like throwing it at them is like kind of like a dog trying to catch a ball or something, just throwing it at them just to see if they can catch it.
Love it. So as each of the tribal warriors take their meals and begin to board their Pegasuses, Siegfried turns to you all as he says,
"You all have claimed a mighty victory. Not many can triumph over the Sky Pony tribe. And I deem you all worthy of approaching the One Stone. Be warned that this is a sacred place. And if you are to desecrate it, you all will be marked for death, and my tribe will come for you no matter how far you run. Do you understand this?"
I match his intimidation and simply say, "We will honor this place. As long as you know yours."
He gives a very slow and solid head nod towards US before pointing his long sword at you, Victor, issuing that same vow. Do you swear this?
We never came to start shit. You guys are the one that wanted the fight, so just keep that in mind.
You were the ones to approach our territory and issue this grand challenge, which you succeeded on.
Great.
But it is still a sacred site. Do not desecrate it. Do you understand these conditions?
I'm just gonna give him a deadpan stare and just be like, yeah.
Okay. He gives a very slow, solid head nod towards you, Victor, not being able to pick up or reading any body language cues from you. The same longsword gets pointed at you, Asmodeus, issues the same ultimatum: do not desecrate the sacred site.
Asmodeus would do a deep, like, royal bow to the leader, and I agree to these terms.
Uthgar, do not bow. Stand, silly elf. But I like where your head's at, and I appreciate
I have
the
respect
sentiment.
for those that are leaders. I do apologize. It's just very formal to bow where I am from for those that are in charge.
Shut up.
If you are to encounter any of the Sky Pony tribe, let them know that I, Siegfried, have allowed you to pass, and none
Asmodeus
shall
is gonna
harm
raise
you.
his hand. Can we get that in a letter? Just in case, if they don't believe us.
Just ignore him. We're
No, legit. Can we get this in, like, writing, just in case somebody doesn't believe us?
I'm pretty sure they believe us.
The written language is only for the shamans. I'm only 25. I'm not 60.
Okay.
So you know that
Well, if we get jumped again.
these guys do not write very much. They're very much a nomadic and warring tribe. Probably not so much nomadic, but definitely warring-ish tribe. But you do know the name Siegfried, right? Siegfried of the Sky Pony tribe. Might want to take a note on that.
Okay.
Siegfried turns to you as he asks one last question.
Who is he turning to?
Just the group
I
here.
guess just the group.
The group, as he asks to each of you.
Your compatriots who ran and scuttled under the decks like spiders. Do you claim to be any of the... to serve the Prince of Elemental Earth? Our sworn enemies. U.S. are honorable.
I read.
Do you harbor any cultists of the...
Hold on, brain fart. Fuck. What's the name? Is it called? What's it called? Fucking.
Not the brain fart.
Fucking big brain fart. Holy shit. There's a specific name that I need to like get out, so you guys understand. What is that noise? Stop that. Oh, that was
I was bobbing my head to it. I'm not gonna lie.
Where's it at? Where's it at? Where's it at?
I don't know. Where's it at?
Hold on. Okay, there it is. All right, let me retry that one more time.
You all, do you harbor anybody that worships the Prince of Elemental Earth on this airship?
Not that I know of.
Go ahead and roll either history or religion checks for all three of you guys.
Straight.
Yeah, you're just trying to recall if you know anything about the Elemental Earth cults. Oh, nice, good rolls for everybody too. Hell yeah. Because you obviously know there's nobody associated on this airship with the cult of Elemental Earth. What you guys do know is that this is another very similar to those air cultists that you ran into when you were attacked on Zephyros's flying castle, right? This is another sect that specializes in worshiping earth primordials and elementals and things of that nature. And their ultimate goal, because it's pretty wide known, is to raise up this prince of the elemental earth, right? So they're very bad guys. And they seem to be operating quite heavily in this area. That's why Siegfried is kind of mentioning it to you all.
So he's against the elemental earth?
Yes, very much so. He's questioning if you're harboring anybody because he knows you're an honorable person.
Follow me and I'll show you we're not. We are from these are cultists of the fire dragon.
He looks upon you and kind of gives a soft grunt. Last solid head nod in acknowledgement before like turning his Pegasus, and you see them begin to fly off.
And we follow, I guess, since they are escorting us, yes?
They can, yeah. They're like flying off in the distance. The Delphine is able to kind of keep them like at the horizon, kind of following suit. You do know there's probably about another day journey or so to get there.
I'm going to rest up, and we're gonna look at Brassic and go and just basically say, you've earned the rest of the night off. Get some rest.
And he goes to enjoy that food that Asmodeus kind of whipped up there, along with the rest of the crew. I want you guys to let me know when you want to take your long rest, and then we'll proceed over to the next day here.
I'm gonna just go do my thing and go stand at the rail like I normally do.
Yeah, Asmodeus would like to start getting everything ready for Betty Bye time.
Okay, sweet long rest on
His bed and
Asmodeus.
stuff.
Victor, you taking your long rest, or you want to do anything else?
I'm gonna use this opportunity to teach Laz the mending.
On what? What are you mending?
Like little bits of damage that was done to
Oh,
the deck
to
as
like
you
the
know,
ship
everyone
and
was
stuff
fighting.
like that?
Yeah, just
Gotcha.
something to help ease him into it.
Gotcha. So, you watch as you begin to cast mending on some of the deck. Splinters of the wood, they form back together. You watch as Laz approaches kind of from behind, watching you intently. In the middle of your work, as you're probably about like halfway done. What do you do, Victor, seeing Laz approach and S over there leaning up against the rails of the ship?
I just give him pointers on, how to cast the spell.
Oh, gotcha. He's gonna roll quick little Arcana, see if he's able to mirror your same technique here. Let's see how well he rolls. Flat tip.
I'll give him a flash of genius.
For a 15?
Yep.
Gotcha. Sweet. So you point out a spot, almost situated to like the left of S, probably about like 1 or 2 feet away. A broken like guardrail there. And as Laz puts out his hands, to formulate this spell, you slowly see those splinters kind of form and come back, forming a solid rail there. You see his eyes light up, as he turns to you, Victor, as he says, "Holy shit! I did it! I finally did something. I finally did something right. This is awesome. This is amazing."
I'm just gonna give him a nod and be like, "Good work."
You see him kind of like stare at his hands, almost in amazement, completely dazed. He just begins to kind of walk towards what you assume to be the lower decks there. Delphine still at the helm of the ship. Helm of the ship still driving. The last head's underneath. Victor, S, you are the only two up on the deck there. What would you guys like to do?
I'm
Also-
going to just keep
Hold on,
looking
as
out
Modus.
into the distance.
Yeah, no, I gotcha.
I'm just going to keep looking out into the distance and just kind of be in my train of thoughts.
I will go down if Delphine needs anything before I head, below deck.
Gotcha. So as you approach Delphine, she says,
Hey Victor, do you know why S tends to lean up against the railing like that? He seems to do it more often than not.
Yes, I know 100% the reason.
And why is that? What do you think?
Because he is what we call, in our territory, an edgelord.
God damn it. God.
Oh, like,
You know what? Just for that, I am giving up my
fuck.
inspiration for Victor for that.
oh my god.
Because that was
Holy-
too good.
"Oh, dude, oh, that was."
Oh,
In our land called
I'm crying. I'm actually crying. That was great.
Oh, fuck, dude. Oh, that was grand. That's a favorite moments clip right there.
Yes.
Absolutely.
Holy shit. That was fucking beautiful, Victor. Too bad you already have an inspiration, otherwise I'd fucking
Dude,
give
I
you another
swear to
heroic.
God, I hope somebody makes a meme out of this.
Please.
Oh, that's
I just wanna find one of my
I know
friends
why. He's an
so bad.
edgelord.
that does artwork and just draw S just standing at
Okay.
the edge of this ship.
Oh
This
my
board.
God.
Okay, let's bring it back together for a second.
Oh.
As you say that, as Delphine looks a bit confused, at the sense of choice of words here, she says,
Well, I'm not sure what that is, but it seems pretty endearing. Perhaps you might try cheer him up every now and again. He seemed to really enjoyed that battle earlier, even though I was quite nervous myself.
I'm pretty sure if anyone tried to cheer him up right now, that would distract him from his edgelordness and just ruin it for him.
Okay, well, you be sure to get a good amount of sleep, and I'll be departing soon to wake up Zophelia for her watch on this helm. We'll be there bright and early in the morning. Be sure to rest up, Victor.
I will. Have a good one.
"Oh, gotcha." And you watch as Victor departs downstairs.
I'm sorry, I'm still just slightly recovering from that.
That was ultimate fucking.
That was so good.
I'm still, like,
that was
regaining
pretty
my
that was pretty
confidence.
fucking good.
Okay, so I'm just gonna not really pretend I didn't hear what was going on, because I will admit I'm gonna kind of just chuckled a little bit at that word. For understanding that, like, it makes me think, it's like, oh crap, I think he knows my secret. I really
No, there's only one
no,
person
as
that
he
fucking knows.
doesn't know that secret.
I know, but like the anxiety
like,
in the
oh,
back
no,
of his
he's
head's like,
taking
oh
on.
shit, oh shit.
Well, you
But
have
I just
time.
keep my cool.
You have
I
time
keep
to
my
roleplay
cool.
amongst yourselves. You know that as Modus and Victor are down below decks. I highly encourage you to engage with each other if you so choose. But once you guys are ready to proceed, let me know that we're gonna take our long rest, and so we're ready to proceed.
I'm gonna head downstairs.
Talking to anybody in particular, more specifically the
kinda-
party.
Just gonna keep an eye on everybody, as I'm just making sure everybody's not doing anything crazy.
Uh,
Notice that Felix is still drunk.
As
so
Modus
keep
would
him
like
back.
to touch base with Troll, if we could, because I wasn't able to earlier.
Yeah,
Say what?
certainly. You catch Tralt inside his little section of the berthing there. He seems to be studying intently in his spell book there. He watches.
I'm going to approach and go. Show me what you got so far.
Well,
And I'm gonna hold up my hand and like basically produce flame and just, can you put this out?
Gotcha. Well, I
Do
can.
that.
I've learned a firebolt.
Animate around the door. Just
You learned a
Right, sweet.
firebolt?
With that little peek around the door, a bolt of fire zips past your head, kind of striking the wall on the opposite side in front of like the Laz's and Victor's room there. The hint of smoke begins to slowly kind of seep into your room, Laz Victor, as a fire starts to brew.
Asmodus would like to use control
Calm down.
flame and make the flame go away.
Okay, as Modus
never
tries to make the flame go away, Victor, what do you do? As the flame is slowly starting to kind of dwindle, but you're not sure if it's going to go completely out.
I'm just gonna start like trying to pat it out while before realizing, oh wait, he's got it.
Gotcha. Tralt kind of like holds up his hands. You as Modus see a smile across his face. He looks to you, as he says,
Sorry, S. I can't control my powers very well, but I can feel it welling up inside me. This power.
I'm gonna give him that straight dad voice and look at him and be like, think before you act, young man.
Yeah, fire on a wooden ship probably isn't the best idea, but I take after my master here. Haha.
as he
That's
kind of
why
points to you as Modus, remembering the produce flame that you literally just did.
Yeah, I'm
do that
just
twice.
I'm gonna look at Troll and just go, well, at least you're kind of mischievous. That's what I was hoping for. Thank God for that. Just don't follow the instruments.
And I'm gonna look
That's
at
all I
him.
gotta say.
That's why I'm talking to both of you. And I'm just gonna walk past him and go back upstairs.
Bye, yes.
I just
Okay.
flick him off and going around the corner.
As
Yeah,
things
all
set-
Asmodus would say is don't follow the instruments, please.
And as things settle down for the night, eventually those of you that are able to manage to find peaceful sleep. Administrative thing here. Is anybody doing anything during their long rest, i.e. changing out any of their prepared spells? Changing out any weapon masteries?
Yeah.
I preemptively changed out my spells before the long rest, and that's what I was gonna tell you, is that I preemptively changed out some of my spells
Okay,
with the long rest.
gotcha. So
Yeah.
go ahead and take your long rest, Asmodus.
Mhm.
What spells did you change out? S, I'll come to you in a
So-
second. Victor, I'll come to you in a second.
Yeah. I took Ice Knife. I know
Mhm.
that was one that I took. And I took Scorching Ray and Witch Bolt. I think those
Okay.
are the three spells that I traded out for amongst my spell book list.
Okay, perfect. S, are you changing up any of your weapon masteries as you're practicing weapon drills with anything?
Yeah, I'm trying to find.
Oh, and Stellar Bodies, my bad. Stellar Bodies is the last spell that
Okay.
I took, I'm sorry.
Gotcha, I gotcha. Thank you,
I'm
Asmodus.
actually gonna change out the bow mastery because I don't really use that enough.
The longbow. Okay.
Yeah, I don't use it enough to really make it any relevant. By chance, did we salvage any of the enemy's spears, or do they have lances?
Or what did we
Yeah,
get?
yeah, sure. You can pick up a lance. That's fine. You can
Alright,
find it
yeah.
inside the armory of the ship there.
I'm gonna actually deposit my longbow, and I'm going to acquire a lance.
Okay. Are you sure you don't want to just keep your longbow in your inventory because it's your only true ranged attack, right?
Yeah, my only one real ranged attack. I just don't want to become over encumbered unless.
No,
weight doesn't really
we don't
matter.
do encumbrance. No, that's fine. So yeah, so you
Oh,
can
well,
go
then
ahead.
fuck it, yeah.
Yeah, go ahead and add a lance to your inventory there, and just switch out the masteries. You'd have to just do that in the character builder though. That's how you switch out
Alrighty.
the masteries. Okay. Are there any other? Well, you can only change one mastery on a long rest, so I guess that's really it. Victor,
Yep, so I'd get a lance, and then I'll add it. And good to go.
I think your spells can. No, you can change spells. I think on a long rest as well. Are there any spells that you're changing, Victor?
Nah, I'm keeping it the same.
Keeping it the same. Okay, hell yeah.
Is it a regular lance or +1, +2? What am I looking at?
No, it'll be a regular lance.
Okay.
And I think it should have the topple property here, which is neat.
It does.
Okay.
Excited.
Also, I don't know if I can speak this into existence. If there's any way, shape, or form that if maybe I don't know how you would want to play it out, but Asmodus would like to try to find a level 1 necromancy book.
I'll keep it in my data banks here. Okay.
Okay.
Because you're not gonna find anything like that on this ship.
Yeah, no, I mean obviously not, but amongst outside, out in the world, maybe
Yeah.
A library or something like that. If I'm looking,
Yeah, I mean,
trying to find something.
if you stumble upon something,
Yeah, for sure.
Yes. I want you to just read over the characteristics of lances because there are some nuances with lances specifically. Okay, so just do that in a side tab as we continue on here. Okay, with the rest of the group. Changing up the tunes here as we come to a new day. And we got a little bit more chill, peaceful music here. Yay. Okay.
All right.
So next morning arises. You don't hear the neighs of the sky ponies in the area. Delphine is back at the helm of the ship. And in the distance, what you all see is you come across this large wooded area that you come to know as the Moonwood, where ancient oaks stand, scintille, and the tall pines whisper secrets to the winds. What lies ahead is the sacred spirit mound of the Sky Pony tribe. The spirit mound that you see rises as a majestic two-tiered plateau. On the lower tier, a solemn cairns mark the resting place of these tribes' honored dead, each stone a silent guardian of their legacy. Ascending to the upper tier, you find a remarkable sight. The plateau is shaped like a sky pony or a Pegasus, a majestic Pegasus at that. Right, though its true form can only be observed from above. Boom, there you go.
There we are.
So this is what you guys see. And ideally you guys are kind of coming from the south over here. I'm gonna do this right here. Kind of coming from the south area. But you guys can ask the airship to land you where you will. So I'll leave it up to the group. Where do you guys want to kind of drop those ladders?
Down we go.
But at which location?
Where do you guys
where on the
wanna
map?
go?
Let me hide Enderell and those guys.
I say we
Probably
land
shouldn't-
What do you think?
Oh, go ahead.
Maybe the cartons, the keratins.
Yeah, the cairns. Yeah, those are
cairns.
burial mounds essentially, kind of rocks on top of rocks on top of rocks. You know that they are burial sites.
Yeah, I feel like that would probably be our bestest bet. But I mean, if you guys have any other ideas, that's fine with me.
Well, unlike this one, the last one had caves to go inside. It looks like this one hasn't been disturbed yet.
Yeah, so. And we can't disturb it, so.
I say, what's that boulder on the head? That interests me.
You guys want to get right here and like they have the airship lower the ladders right here?
Yeah, that'd probably be our best bet, to be
Victor,
honest.
what do you think?
I'm gonna say yes, but I feel the need to say that maybe not directly on this center landmass, considering they did say that just don't disrespect the site. I'm just kind of worried someone's gonna see us with the airship directly over it and just assume the worst.
I mean, we can definitely swim across
Go
the
and do a
water.
quick perception check for me as you're still inside like your airship right there. You're pretty high up still. Your balloon would have to come down, but you're trying to scout the area. It's gonna be a group check.
All right.
Yeah, so I've got 7, 9 from S, 7 from
Is that
Asmodeus.
perception?
Yeah, perception check.
17.
Okay, gotcha. So as a group, as you look around the outskirts, all you see are trees. You don't see any obvious movement, and you see no personnel, or no persons, no barbarians, kind of tending to the grave sites or anything like that. It seems completely emptied.
Well, how about we land like somewhere around this area, like where this kind of like beachhead is, just so it's like we're not directly on the on the burial mounds, but we're like on the beachhead to where it's like we're not directly on top of it, if that makes sense.
No, I get it.
Because I feel like that would be our best like neutral bet.
And with that, what would you guys like to do?
I think the kind of a pretty decent spot then. Say right here. Or whoops. Right here.
Okay.
That way we can at least walk up there if we have to.
All right, well, let's take votes. We got 2 spots. Who says over here?
Victor does.
Okay.
Yeah, Asmodeus does.
Okay, cool. And so that's 2 to 1. Cool. All right. Sweet. So you all it's perfectly fine to land over here, so we don't have to fucking go through 10 minutes trying to get across a fucking river. That's literally just a river.
Like, I would hate to swim across this. Asmodeus is not the best swimmer.
So as you guys begin to make your way down the ladders, there's 2 things that stand out the most to you as you descend down like this 50-foot ladder here. The boulder in the northeastern part of this sacred ground is massive, and it's round. It's about 15 feet in diameter and stands firmly planted in the ground. This stone, you can see from a distance that there's intricate lined engravings along it. You also notice totems overlooking the stream at the northeast and southwest ends of the plateau. These totems are unpainted, but their tops are carved to resemble sky ponies with wings spread wide. These totems serve as both guardians and grim warnings, for there's withered and moldering corpses of trespassers that are lashed to these poles. It serves as a stark reminder of the sanctity of this hallowed ground, and the warning that Siegfried issued to you all that this could be your future if you disturb this area.
I walk up right next to Asmodeus as I'm looking at the totem. And I just kind of look at it for a second. And like as I talk to him, but like still looking at the totem pole. That's not bad.
Yeah. Is there any writing on the bottom part of this?
You take a look at it and there's no writing. There's just like mangled old corpses. It smells pretty bad.
Yeah.
Like there's skeletons, etc.
Okay, I just want to make sure that there wasn't anything that we'd be missing. And you said that these are like circular.
Those are burial burial mounds.
Burial mounds. Okay, and I'm gonna guess that they don't have names. Then.
They do not. There's just rocks on rocks on rocks.
Okay, that
Victor,
makes sense.
what do you see? What do you do as you saw them examine the totem and then examine the graves?
I am going to ritual cast detect magic to fucking figure out the hell we have from here.
Gotcha, sweet. So you, Victor, as you cast detect magic, kind of trailing behind Asmodus and S here, you see that the boulder that serves as the eye of this sky pony reveals an aura of transmutation magic emanating from it. You even catch glimpses as from your detect magic of those intricate lines engravings kind of like resonate with your detect magic spell. Go ahead and roll, Victor, roll a Arcana check for me as you try to get a read on these lines.
Assist.
Gotcha. I imagine
Okay,
you're proficient
good.
with Arcana,
Oh
right?
yeah. Oh yeah.
Yeah. So go ahead and roll
Go
at
ahead.
advantage. So roll one more time.
24.
A 24.
Yeah, there you
Sweet. So you, Victor, as you lean in close to look at these engravings with Asmodus kind of pointing out a couple of key features here in assistance, you can tell that the engraved lines adorning its outer surface are carefully designed to channel magical energy. All right, you know that these lines serve a purpose, but you're unable to determine what just yet. You have the identify spell,
I think so. Let me.
or Asmodus, do you have the
Oh, I do have identify. I can cast it as a ritual.
Okay, perfect, sweet. So it's probably like a 10-minute ritual or something like that.
So Asmodus would assist with like helping him get the components and stuff ready, just to kind of like make it a little bit shorter than 10 minutes, and like use basically both of our magics together to like cast the spell to make it a little bit stronger.
Do you have I identify?
I do not have identify, but
Okay,
I said,
gotcha.
I would help him like gather
Victor,
the components and stuff like that.
Victor, how would you foresee this kind of happening as like in a role-playing sense? Like what would an artificer use to identify? If you don't have anything, perfectly fine. I can just narrate the result.
I can imagine him having like a monocle.
Nah, I'm just gonna like hold my arcane firearm in front of me, like in front of my face, like I'm about to do a duel. Just like use that focus, and just
Nice.
like look at the stone and just like concentrate on it.
Gotcha. That looks freaking cool, right? And as your identify like activates here, kind of punching through like this arcane block that you once had, you're able to understand that this magical stone has 3 properties. One is the ability to cast this spell Control Weather, as well as the divinations, as well as to cast divination from the stone. You understand that once either spell is cast, this property can't be used again for 7 days. So it's Control Weather and Divination. Control Weather basically literally lets you just kind of change the weather after a couple of minutes. If like clouds start forming and shit like that, you kind of just roll at random for it. And Divination lets you contact a deity, not a specific deity, but a deity who can answer specific or answer some questions for you. They're not omnipotent, so they don't know everything, but they do give a very truthful answer for you.
All right, I'll relay that info to everyone.
You also understand that with this, you understand the process to activate this stone to shrink it to a size of about 6 inches in diameter. It'll still weigh a little bit. And if you were to undo that action, it would re-enlarge. And so if you were to like throw it at somebody above somebody's head, re-enlarge it and whatnot, it'll fucking like come down and do a lot of fucking damage.
Crush the hell out of them.
But you can't. You can only do that once every 24 hours, and it is a 12-ton stone. So
yeah,
12 tons. That airship's not fucking airlifting that shit out of there.
Yeah.
Ooh.
Yeah, this is something that we're gonna have to basically drop off immediately because weight by itself.
Hold on. as you guys look at this thing here, understanding the properties, what you begin to hear is like a slow rumbling noise kind of from behind, originating somewhere from like around here or here even. You're not necessarily sure. What do you guys do with that information?
I'm going to whip out the scroll of locate creature
Okay.
and cast it.
I'm going to bounce right in front of his Modus and get into a stance. I am now actually wielding a short sword and the lance as primary weapon.
You can't dual wield the lance and a short sword, sorry. It has to be like two light weapons. Yeah, two weapons with the light property. You can two-hand a lance. You can two-hand a lance, or if you have it one-handed and you're mounted. But if you're not mounted, then it has to be with two hands.
All right, well then I'm just gonna go dual short swords.
Dual
for
short
my
swords.
primary.
Hell yeah. So with locate creature, describe or name a creature that is familiar to you. You sense the direction of the creature's location. If that creature is within 1,000 feet of you. If the creature is moving, you know the direction. The spell can locate a specific creature known to you or the nearest creature of a specific kind, such as a human or a unicorn. If you have seen, so what creature are you trying to name?
God, what was the name of that weird bug that we fought on the last mount?
Oh, the ones that
Yeah,
fucking skeletons and shit.
that dug up out that like came out of the ground.
Oh, so those were Thunder Beast skeletons, or like basically
Yeah, so just
right?
straight up thunder beasts, I guess, because I'm gonna guess that it's alive and not dead.
Gotcha. So, so as you cast this locate creature from your spell scroll, you don't get any sense from anything, and you don't get any reactions, but that rumbling gets a little bit louder. And go ahead and roll perception checks for me for the group
Okay.
here. Okay, so you know for certain that there's no thunder beasts that are coming up, but something
damn.
is.
It's a 6.
I rolled a fucking nat one. I don't want to hear it.
Oh, it's okay. This is a very low DC anyway. So like quite literally really
I
low,
rolled
right?
a natural one.
The ground seems to buckle in front of you all. What do you guys do, if anything, to prepare as you see the ground buckle as if something's coming to erupt out?
No,
That's
I was
going
going
with
to
you.
like jump to the nearest like platform that is safe.
Where on the map would you want to position yourself as Modus?
Like Starlight's like in a safe direction, so like
Probably behind.
back.
I mean-
back here.
Okay, you sure you want to expend a use of your Starlight stuff? Because you can just like move there.
Yeah, that like where I see the ground moving is like
Okay,
to
gotcha.
a safer location.
Gotcha. S, what about yourself?
I'm gonna tell Victor he might want to back up.
Okay, you back up as well. Kind of position yourself in front of that boulder. Victor, what do you do?
Motherfucker, I've seen tremors. I'm getting on top of the damn boulder.
Okay, you get on top of the boulder. Are you summoning one of your Eldritch Cannons?
I'm gonna summon the guardian turret or protector.
Protector? Ooh,
Yeah.
Victor's Eldritch Cannon kind of comes up. And as each of you kind of get your positions around this big boulder here, what comes out of the ground is a nasty looking huge beetle with like these green crystallises kind of etched onto its skin. Don't mind the guy riding the back of it in the picture. On top of the back of this creature are two individuals, each with like an earthy dirt type helm. Riding the back of this creature. Both with vicious looking like spears and mauls and an assortment of other small arms or weaponry attached to their persons.
I didn't know we were fighting the Underminers.
The Underminers.
The Underminers!
Earth Elementalist. Sweet. Let me see the weapons. Yeah, so stone clubs and a morning star rather is what they're holding. These individuals look towards you as one of them belches up and says,
You three, there by that stone. Are you of the Sky Pony tribe?
Who's asking?
Who's asking?
I am Cal, and this is Tao of the elemental earth.
Oh, it's the other side.
The other side. Do you wish to convert? Have you heard about our Lord and Savior, the Prince, Ogre Man?
No, do you have any literature?
Yeah, do you got a pamphlet?
I'm gonna look at both of you. Don't encourage them.
This is
seem
information
to-
that we need, S.
You seem to be making a mockery of the Prince of Elemental Earth. That stone there belongs to him.
I'm gonna take a couple
Ogre
steps.
Man.
I'm gonna take a few steps forward and get my swords out to my sides and just look at them and say, "We are not from either side. We need the stone for the fire dragon."
And we need the stone to appease our prince.
It seems we're at an impasse.
Gotcha. Oh, yeah. You watch as like one of them. Oh no, sorry, it's gonna be this one. Kind of hops off. Begins to walk to the other one. Stays on the back of this this giant beetle here. Who seems to be just kind of like gnawing at the grass a bit. You ask S. Go and roll a actually. Yeah, go and roll a perception check for me, Victor. As bonus, go and roll nature checks.
Another 6.
A 6. Okay.
Oh, I'm actually good at that.
Oh, finally, I got
Flash
a decent
Genius.
roll.
Flash of Genius on yourself for a 16, 17 on that nature for that group check there. All right, perfect. So you are looking at this individual in front of you, and then like your eye kind of flickers over to the beetle, but you don't notice anything abnormal except that beetle's just kind of like focusing on that grass. Victor, as Modus, you know the makeup. You've read about these creatures before in your studies, and you know that they have in particular like nasty acid sacs, like in their gullet, which they're able to kind of spit out like this acid spit, typically like melting through stone, and that's how they're able to transit the ground very easily, right? This one that approaches.
Sounds like something needs a tic tac.
Yeah, that's me. And this one, this one approaches you, S, in the group as he says,
You need that stone. We need it as well. We have nothing to trade, but you can trade your life for it. Out of our way, you.
I cast Shatter.
Let's roll for initiative.
S, you can, or sorry, not S, Victor, you can roll at advantage. Okay.
I probably won't get any higher than that.
Okay, I mean, go ahead and roll one more time here. As I change up the combat music. And then change up. Like the one thing I feel like they need to like fix a little bit with the encounter builder inside this thing though is they need to figure out a way to make it sync with the encounter builder on D&D Beyond. I guarantee they're working on it because as soon as they do, it's going to be like absolutely fucking amazing and fabulous. I guarantee it. Let me get to my combat encounter here. I gotta hide a bunch of people. Enderell's hidden. Felix is hidden. So I have Asmodus, Victor, and S. Actually, matter of fact, how's everybody doing right now? Because we are about to hit our soft 2-hour mark. So I'm gonna gauge everybody.
I'm trying to go to bed early, and I promised Sen and Vinny that I play games with them.
Mm-hmm. Okay.
Yeah, and since we're at like the soft 2-hour mark, perfect time to end, just so like I can play games, wind down, and then go to bed early.
I'm fine calling it.
Yeah,
Okay.
I'm fine taking a break here.
Okay, sweet. Fine, calling it. All right, perfect. So we will call it there, and we'll open up the next
Will
time.
they
Right
get
with
their asses kicked, or will they remain triumphant? Find out in the next episode of
Whatever the fuck this is.
Storm King's Thunder. Brr, 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 brr. Okay, cool.